Welcome to Florida Men on Florida Man with Greg, Wayne, Josh, and Cameron, the podcast where Floridians discuss the legends, lore, and crazy stories that always seem to take place in Florida. Wow, episode 125.
Wow, we did it.
Yeah, we're here.
1 and a quarter.
1 and a quarter.
1 and a quarter.
That's all
One
we're
being
worth.
the hundo, 25 being the quarter.
I picked
Right.
it up.
We're back again. Listen, something special's happening next week. We are filming at a place called Gatorland. And as the title says, the place is full of gators.
A land of gators.
Back in my day,
Yeah.
Gatorland was in Lakeland.
Right.
And
Really?
they had putt-putt and go-karts.
Yeah, so this
So I
is
was really looking forward to our trip.
That was Gatorland?
Yeah.
Now, the place we're going to is a real Gatorland.
Right.
With hundreds of alligators.
Literally.
We're going to be surrounded by them, taping episode, I believe, 126.
Yes.
With alligator experts. We're excited about that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be doing production this weekend.
I'm going to make sure that our mics are not on stands so that we're ready to run at any given moment.
I'm going to have a safety
but still
harness
be recording, though.
on the whole time because I do not trust you two guys.
You're going to have a what?
Safety harness tied to like
To what?
everything.
It's going to be elastic.
No, it's not. I'm
So you
I'm
just-
not bunging into.
You're going to be bungeed
gators.
into the island.
I think they do have
surrounded
zip
by
lining.
gators.
I mean, I may do that.
And then you'll clip the bungee and it jerks you to safety.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'd
You
love
see
to
what
get
I'm saying?
jerked to safety.
Amen. Now listen, right now we are broadcasting live to our live streamers. Say
Yes.
hello to them.
Hello.
Hello.
On patreon.com/FMOFM podcast is where you can find that. And also where we can find the headlines
Oh, I'd love. No, you can't find the headlines
with a guy named Cameron.
Okay.
They're in his heart.
Check me out.
Let's go dig them.
Okay, headlines.
Hey, Cameron.
headlines.
All right, so we have a Florida man
Okay.
that fled Florida, earlier this year,
All right.
Okay.
and was picked up in Croatia recently.
Well, that's a trip.
All right, and he's in jail in Croatia, and so he is waiting there, ready to be extradited to the United States, because he stole $7.2 million,
Nice.
$7.2 million in coronavirus relief funds,
Okay.
after concocting hundreds of non-existent employees on loan applications. Now, we did a story about this a few months ago. Okay, different guy though. This is Don Cisternino.
These are the PPP loans?
Yeah. And so anyways, he put down hundreds of non-existent employees, got $7.2 million in relief funds.
And he's vacationing in Croatia?
Well, no, he actually bought a 12,000 square foot mansion in Florida.
Okay.
Good.
And also a Mercedes and a Lincoln Navigator and a
Yeah, baby.
Maserati.
Well,
All right. And so he's starting to spend this money. Well, the company that he actually owned, which was out of New York, he said hundreds of employees
Got it.
work
Yep.
here. We need that money to keep them going. Really, it was just him and his girlfriend.
There you go.
And so
There you go.
that Paycheck Protection Program, like
Nice.
Josh was talking about,
Yeah.
that basically gave him the money for that huge mansion, and he was feeling pretty good about it
gotta be, you know?
until Biden came in, and he's like, well, I don't think this works under Biden for some reason.
Okay.
And so he fled to Croatia.
With the money?
Well, not with his whatever he spent on that a 12,000 square foot mansion, but he
not that
fled to Croatia. They followed him, found him.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, they got him at a border in Croatia, and he's sitting in a prison. They said it would take probably months, maybe even years, to extradite him to the United States.
Could you imagine going
Was it worth it?
from a
Was it
mansion,
worth it?
Yeah,
I mean, he got a Lincoln Navigator.
a 12,000 square foot mansion to a Croatian prison?
That's the thing.
It's
Is
a big
like
jump.
it very quickly he had to have spent most, if not almost, all of that money,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, for sure.
spend it in a way that you're tied down to a place.
Well,
Like that's
yeah.
what doesn't make sense
You
to
need
me.
a jet.
Every-
Obviously, a jet
Right.
is always, if you're going to steal money, what do I say?
By a jet.
Thank you.
Now, every time someone does some kind of fraud in the headline section, they always spend extravagantly. That's
Yeah.
how you draw attention to yourself.
Well, I guess the
Okay.
thing is, like, I feel like if somebody normal times, you steal $7 million.
Who cares?
Not
Who
a big
cares?
deal.
You
No
go
one cares.
traveling and
Right.
you travel the
Right.
world,
Got to.
right? And so he's like, "Well, I can't do that right now. Might as well buy a 12,000 square foot home."
Oh, nice.
He found a way to travel to Croatia, didn't he?
Well, that's true.
Well, he
Right.
did. So
Right.
yeah, it's just weird that like he decided to spend all that money. I don't know how people feel so safe after getting
you wouldn't want to
criminally
buy
stealing $7 million.
good attorneys and a jet. That's
Right.
just me, though.
No,
if I
no.
were doing white collar crime,
He bought a Lincoln.
I like Lincoln. Don't. I mean, but it's going to max out at $100,000. You still got.
No,
a lot
I've
more
said
money.
this for a while, but if I steal over $1 million, I'm buying a Toyota
Oh, that's true.
because no one gets suspicious about a Toyota.
But
That's
a
true.
premium. But a premium.
And they don't want it back. If
No.
if you buy it off of criminally
No.
stolen money.
100%.
All right. So next we have a Florida man who is
Okay.
actually we're police are looking for this guy. Okay.
okay.
We can help.
So
Croatia.
if anybody knows anything,
okay.
please email us at floridamen
Yes,
at
please.
famafam.com and we will get your
We'll
information.
email Crime Stoppers.
Yeah, we'll forward your email to Crime Stoppers.
Yeah.
After
So-
like somebody checks the email.
Right.
An unknown Florida man
Okay.
steals a locomotive and goes on a joyride, causing $60,000 in damages.
I'm sorry. I
Did
just want to. You mean a
You
train?
go first.
A locomotive,
Well, that's
yes,
the front of the train.
is the front of the train, the big engine part
If
that
it
goes
has a-
choo choo.
If it has a cart after, that's
Then it's a train.
That's a train. Yeah.
And then
We need to get your train facts
God,
correct.
for real.
And then
every day we go through flip cards that say train facts, and
Right.
you just can't
You're
get it.
still getting them wrong.
now the back side of the train is called a caboose.
Choo choo.
Right, you know that one.
Okay.
But the front side, the locomotive,
He
is
stole
what
that
was-
part.
He stole that
Okay.
part and just decided, which you can't really steal a locomotive. I feel like
You're
You can
limited
just-
in where you can go.
right? You can take a very short distance.
Yeah.
And so
Did he go this way?
he went
or
the
that
other
way?
way.
Right,
Yeah, the other
okay.
way. So, anyways, there was 2 switches on it that were damaged, and each one of them cost $30,000.
I
They
gotta
think
get
that
in
he
the switch business.
They think that
What
he
am I
broke into
doing?
a window. The thing is, like, I feel like it probably takes some skill to
Think so?
steal a locomotive.
Okay, we're narrowing suspects.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to have some kind of engineering skill
X-train
to get that to
engineer.
move. I don't even know if, like, is there a key
That's
on a
the thing.
locomotive?
Now there is you have to shovel coal
Right. Exactly.
into
Again,
a fireplace.
So if you've
Again,
got a
you're
good
thinking something
shovel,
different.
if you've
Okay.
got a shovel and a strong back, anybody could steal.
and I didn't
it.
want to. I
Anybody
didn't want to
can
say
steal.
anything because it does take away from the story. But I did YouTube how to drive a train
Oh, yeah.
before tonight,
Right.
and in the cockpit,
Suspect number one.
Suspect. Yeah.
there's
exactly.
just a button that says on and off,
Oh, okay.
and
Forward
then green
back.
green for go, red for stop.
And there's another one that says choo choo.
choo choo.
Yeah.
That's the horn.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anyway, so if you have any information about somebody stealing a 1959 locomotive,
Yeah, he's definitely bragging about it.
email us.
Oh yeah. How do you? Yeah, of course.
And he's a
bragging.
mile from where he started from.
Right.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
There's only a dozen places he could be, and they're all train stations.
Yeah, these are,
Amen.
it's not like one of the they call these short lines, like it's like a east to west line
Yeah,
in Florida,
right.
so it's very small.
It's a span of 45 miles,
It's not
and
much.
the cops can't find them.
The
Yeah.
most limited transportation.
Oh yeah.
Like plane, he can go anywhere.
The
Boat,
hardest thing to
anywhere.
steal. I mean, hook up with the guy that's in Croatia. You guys
That's
can
what I'm talking about.
make
Come on.
more stupid crimes. Anyways, our next Florida man, drinks a little bit too much, just wants to go take a little nap. So he decides to do that in his car. Okay,
Yep.
he pulls up into this nice green, luscious green area, puts it in park, takes a little
Love
snooze.
it. I like a good
Okay.
nap.
The problem is that green area is somebody's front yard, so they call the
Doesn't
cops.
matter.
Okay.
The cops come. Cops come up behind him and knock on his window. Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Right.
You all right? Immediately, he just wakes up, puts it in reverse,
Oh.
hits the cop car,
Oh, well,
straight to jail. So this
Yeah,
man's
you remember-
arrested.
your driving test,
Right.
before you put it in reverse, do you remember that first step you do?
Look for cops.
Amen.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah.
If there's somebody behind you and they're not a cop,
Yeah. Make sure
travel
you can,
with caution.
make sure you can push them out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Make sure it's
want
not a
to.
locomotive.
Just a little nudge.
I don't want to live in a world where you can't nap in someone's front yard.
God,
Yeah, I know.
amen.
Yeah.
What's
I
going on with
agree.
this world?
I tell you what,
Would you call if you saw a random car parked in your yard?
I would shut my blinds,
Yeah, thank you.
but I would mind my business.
Hey,
Yeah,
man,
I mean they're fine. They're not hurting anybody.
He's going night.
Yeah, he's taking a nap.
Probably a train thief.
Get him
You
a
guys-
blanket.
you guys are good guys.
Yeah.
Anyways, our next one, I think a couple weeks ago we had one about Botox specifically, Botox and bubbles. Okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
we have a-
locos they were serving.
Right. We have a Florida nurse that specializes in Botox.
Okay.
Okay. But she also specializes in scams. And
Nice.
so she's a nurse a nurse practitioner that is, she does Botox and fillers.
I'd like to get a little Botox here and there.
I think you
Yeah.
probably could,
What?
Yeah. Well,
You're right.
I was going to say
just tighten some things up a little bit.
Okay, this whole body.
he's got a
baby.
pretty tight forehead.
He does have a tight forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you need the cheeks to match.
I know. I've
he-
always said that. I got them the droopy dog cheeks.
So, anyways, Paulette Padilla.
Oh, she's a scam artist.
Okay. She is a scam artist that was picked up for scamming elderly. Basically, she was caught, pitching this scam of calling an elderly lady in Chicago saying, "Oh, your family member was in an accident. You need to wire money." And so this poor lady wired her $20,000.
See,
Okay.
none of the old people I know have that type of flow.
Right. Or care about me enough to give
I was just about to say,
$20,000.
there's no one in my family. I could fall into a river
Right.
and float downstream.
Yeah.
You call them and say, Wayne needs help. The best I can do is $4.
Yeah, exactly.
Easily.
You know what I mean?
That's maxing out.
$20K.
Yeah.
Who?
I'll say a prayer, but I'm not going to spend $20,000.
Yeah, God bless that lady though for carrying. Who do they claim to have hostage for $20K?
I don't know.
It had to be
Jeez
Jesus.
Louise.
But
It had
anyways,
to be Jesus.
That $20,000 was wired directly to what's her name, Paulette.
Yeah.
Padilla.
Paulette's bank account, and so it's very easy to find. And so once this was, the lady was realizing that she was scammed.
Right.
They found this girl really quickly, but she's like, "Oh no." That lady is a family member. She just gave it to me because she loves me and all this kind of stuff. So they started looking into it. They found out that she had scammed an elderly lady out of New York for $22,000 in cash that she mailed. $22,000 in cash. And so they start checking.
I don't even open my mail.
Oh,
I could have cash coming.
well,
in.
if you had like
Yeah.
a cash wad, I think you'd figure you'd want
cash
to open.
wad?
Yeah.
I don't know what
like an
envelope
envelope?
that comes in. Oh, there's a
You can
cash
feel
wad
it.
envelope.
Yeah. You never got one of those in the
No.
mail?
I'm sensing a pattern though. You do
Yeah.
a money scam.
Yep.
They'll
Yeah.
find you in Croatia,
Right.
Okay.
Chicago, wherever, right?
Right.
You
Sure.
steal a train.
Yeah.
They can't find you.
What?
Unsolved mysteries.
Let me tell
Yeah.
you what they also found. They go into Paulette's apartment.
Oh, marijuana.
Okay, they're checking it
No.
out. They walk into her bathroom. Okay,
Goats, baby goats.
baby goats were found in
I
her
knew it.
bathroom. No, that's a different story. They find 170 pounds of marijuana stuffed into suitcases
Why would you
hidden
think
in the
that?
bathroom.
It's
170
legal
pounds
now. Who
That's
needs
a
that
person.
much?
That's
Yeah.
a person.
That is a person.
Yeah.
So
a cute
anyways,
person too.
Yeah. And
That's an hourglass figure.
anyways, Paulette's going to be probably locked up for a little bit.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, Paulette gets a bigger sentence than train thief.
I don't
Well,
care
he's still-
anything about the 170 pound. That's a lot. Okay. I don't care about
He's
that.
advocating. He's pro marijuana.
Leave our
we get it.
leave our elderly people alone.
No, I agree to
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
And also leave our trains alone.
Leave our trains alone too.
We've only got 3 in Florida, and now one's
That's
gone.
true, yeah.
One's missing.
The train's not missing.
Yeah, how am I supposed to get
the
to
person's
Miami?
missing.
I misunderstood.
He can't drive it off the tracks.
Oh, all right, guys. I have one that's like. I'm going to tell you right now. This
Okay.
guy is going directly into the shame corner.
Finally,
I'm
someone
not.
gets in the
I'm,
shame
I'm
corner.
heated about this article.
It must
okay?
be about music engineering.
No. I'm legitimately upset about this.
Okay.
Florida man
Yep.
driving his motorcycle,
Pub sub.
okay, crashes his motorcycle
Okay.
while driving over the speed limit.
Got it.
He also has his 17-month baby.
Okay.
Are you kidding
holding
me?
on to his 17-month-old child.
Bad dads automatically go in the shame corner.
Yeah.
Exactly. But that's not even just a bad dad. Like, how is it even possible that you thought that was any kind of a good idea to have a child on a
Did he
motorcycle
have
like that?
a-
Just
that-
holding on to him on the front.
Oh,
That's a
in
bad
a
dad.
sling? Because that's pretty.
No, I
That's
think
pretty
just
progressive.
like gripping.
That's a bad
Just
dad.
ripping and ripping.
Yeah, I mean,
Yikes.
it upsets me.
When I
honestly.
was 4 years old,
Tell us.
my dad put me on his bicycle on the front part.
right,
Send him to
you're
jail.
gonna somehow relate this
Yeah.
I'm
Go
not,
ahead.
I'm not done. He put a pillow under me, so I was a little bit
And then
comfortable.
a motorcycle guy came
but
by.
he lost control. My dad did.
Yeah.
I fell, and so I
You
kind
were
of
a pretty
I relate.
chunky
I'm just
baby.
saying I relate to the baby a little bit.
That's probably it. Your dad was on a trike,
Yeah.
and the basket fell off.
Yeah.
It wasn't your dad's fault.
Right. Thank you.
You fell off the pegs of somebody's
Yeah.
bicycle.
I'm saying this dad should go to jail, not my dad.
oh no,
Nobody
he's
was trying to
definitely going
send
to
your
jail.
dad to jail.
Nobody brought up your dad.
Oh,
Dontrell Stanley, though, 35
no.
years old, going to jail for sure. I mean, lock him up.
Was
you
it a
can't put a
Busa?
baby on a motorcycle.
No, and the fact that he like laid the bike down in the I'm gonna leave the details out.
Were
The
they
baby,
like filming like Biker Boys 2 with like Ty Diggs?
no, I think he's just an
and
idiot.
Tyrese.
But the baby, they said the baby is gonna be okay.
Yeah, she
Okay?
will. But
You
I
didn't
wa-
ask, but I'm gonna tell you.
She will.
I want to say this: we should ban all motorcycles.
Fellas.
Hey,
buddy.
Josh.
Hey, guys. So I got a letter.
Okay,
This one arrived traditional mail
that's fine.
via the post office, USPS. I've always been a supporter.
How many stamps?
Just one.
That's fine.
You're lucky it got here then.
Yeah, I know.
Cheapskate.
For real. They said they sent it 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
And this person, I didn't really read the whole thing.
Right.
But it was like, hey, I've been doing some home shopping.
Yeah. Haven't we all?
Yeah. I was hoping you guys could have funny stories about home shopping.
I love home shopping.
You love how? How do you love home shopping? It's a terrible experience.
I've
All
bought
right,
a,
you
I've only
get-
bought a house once.
It's like
Listen,
car shopping.
I'm on my couch late at night,
In what?
home shopping. Okay, they just put the items right there on the TV, and you're like, I could get that.
He's not talking
last
about
time-
TV shopping. He's
not
talking about buying a
QVC.
house.
Home Shopping
Home-
Network.
Buying a home.
I understand the
Oh,
title.
listen, last week.
Here
okay,
he goes.
Wait, what did you buy from QVC?
Well, they
This-
do have baby stuff, and you did get the worst safety baby doorknobs I've ever
Listen,
seen.
they're
Can't
just,
get out of Cameron's house if you're in a hurry.
Yeah,
No.
it tells a lot about your personality
I don't think it says
and your
anything.
physical abilities.
My grip strength is fine.
Okay, but here's the thing though. You're sitting on your couch. Back to the letter. Okay, home shopping.
Okay.
And you know, there's always good deals. Okay.
Right.
Last week I got a Slanket at half price.
That's not a real thing.
Is that you're
A
thinking
slinket?
slinky? A slinky?
No.
The metal.
You don't know what Slanket is?
No one knows what that is.
That's not a word
right.
that's ever been said.
Picture. You know what a Snuggie is?
I do know what a
All right.
Snuggie is.
Okay, so an awesome blanket
No,
that
no.
wraps around your body.
Slanket is a better version of a Snuggie. It's a wearable blanket. All right, you can get
Every
them
blanket's wearable.
at midnight on Thursdays. They usually have a deal on the Home Shopping Network.
Why are you staying up till midnight to get a deal on a snuggie?
It's a Slanket, bro.
Okay,
Listen, I also one time got those big tall popcorn tins that people
Yes.
give you at like Christmas from like aunts that you don't really talk
divided
to.
by 3.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you get like 3 different type of.
Give me that white. Give me that white cheddar, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, but they had one of those one time with beef
course
jerky. 3 different types of beef jerky.
All
It's
right, I'm
full. It's a tin this big. There's a cowboy on the side.
Of course, there
This guy
is.
can't text me back past 9 p.m., but he can stay up till midnight to buy a Slinket and
Listen,
some
I
popcorn.
gotta have my phone ready. I gotta call that number
That's how you know.
as soon as that deal goes
Nobody-
up.
the
He's doing
icebreaker's
it.
not even about. It's about buying a home.
Yeah.
It's home
This guy's
shopping.
talking about
You ruined
popcorn
this.
and Slinkets.
You've ruined my
Also,
segment.
how is a Slinket a real thing? I've only heard of the Snuggie.
No, a
There's no
Slinket-
way the Slinket's
Okay.
better.
You know it's not a real thing because he goes, you know the snuggie?
Yeah, we
Well,
go,
he
yeah.
references the competitor to point out what his is.
100%.
Right, but the Snuggie's like the great value version of a Slanket. The Slanket's like primo.
I like Kirkland's signature.
Yeah, I don't know what that one is.
That's Costco.
Because you shop
Oh,
on TV. I have bought a home only once.
Yes, thank you. Back to the question.
I'm gonna bring
going
it
through
back
the
in.
home shopping. You
I've
guys,
only bought a home one time.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
You're
okay.
out of this now.
No, but
All right.
I
I'll
will
listen,
I
though.
will side with Cameron. I do know what it's like to buy something from television.
I don't even have cable TV yet to watch these channels.
It's not my problem.
I bought my cable box from his TV.
Yeah.
But no, I bought a home one time. My wife and I did, and this is a true story. House buying stresses me out. Like you said, buying a car stresses me out.
Okay.
I don't like big purchases.
Okay.
What's
and-
big though? Like
Home Shopping
20
Network
bucks.
makes it really easy. to
Does
do.
it though? Are we
Yeah.
getting paid for this?
5 easy payments.
So we buy this home, and we have some contractors come out to kind of make some repairs and do different stuff.
Right.
What?
And I'm at the office, and I get a phone call from the general contractor.
Okay.
He's like, Mr. McCarty. He goes, "Can you come back to the house real fast?
Okay.
We found something." So
This
in
is
my
the house that you purchased?
yeah, so in my head, I'm thinking like a structural.
Dead
Right.
body.
It's gonna fall forward.
Yeah.
And my
It's
house is
done.
gone.
Yeah.
My house is
It's gone.
folding
I
in.
bought a lemon.
Yeah, it's folding in like paper mache.
Yeah.
I get to the house, so I've already in my mind, I'm bummed out.
Right.
I've talked myself into
Like,
a
we're
rut.
going to need a new house.
I just blew $400,000.
Right, exactly. All my podcast money's gone.
Exactly.
And we walk in.
Yeah.
I walk in, and there's three guys standing quietly over in the corner, and then there's the boss man. I can tell he's the boss.
You want to
man.
guess, Kim?
He's wearing flannel. Don't, because I think you guys are gonna guess right.
Okay, go ahead.
And he has pulled the carpet up in one of our spare rooms
Termites.
because we have these terrazzo floors, and so
Terrazzo.
we asked him to pull the carpet up, and I kid you not, it's a massive blood stain.
What?
Oh my God! No,
And-
I wouldn't have guessed blood
And
stain.
the guy looks at me and he goes, I have to show you this. I can't he's like, I mean,
Right.
he goes, if you want, we can clean it up. And
So it's like general contractor law. Like
I think
find a
it's-
blood stain.
I think it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know if it's law, but I think it's like just good sportsmanship.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
it was in his heart. Yeah.
Yeah. And so when we bought the home, like the realtor didn't say like something spooky or
Look for
crazy
a blood
happened here.
stain.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so he said, "What do you want me to do?" I was so relieved.
Bleach it.
I was so relieved.
Like, that's what it was?
That's what it was, and not like a structural damage thing. I'm like, I mean, can you clean it? He's like, we can clean it.
Right. Well, when I was a child, I spilled an entire gallon of red Kool-Aid on the carpet.
In my house?
Not in your house, but I'm just saying, like, there's an alternative
That does make me feel better.
to,
Okay.
hey, this is somebody died.
You guys
here.
are really jumping.
Or
Well, no, I was just gonna
even
say-
just massive blood loss. They didn't have to, like,
Okay.
So
They
you're
didn't have to
saying
go anywhere.
they could
Yeah.
have spilt so much Kool-Aid that they
Right.
sold their house.
well,
Their
you don't know-
dialysis machine was right there.
The timeline's iffy, right?
Yeah, no, I know. Either way, now that's the only room in the house we hear ghosts. Is all I'm saying.
Okay.
well, thank God.
There's the other part of the
The
Right in
ghost,
that
the
spot.
ghost says to me, it wasn't Kool-Aid."
Wait, so what's your advice?
I don't have any advice. I told
yeah.
I told the contractor to please clean it up, and I went back to work.
Ew, that's a biological hazard.
He said he would do it for me.
for how much though?
I'm not-
I could have done it for cheaper.
I can't say it on the air.
Yeah.
Okay.
He used his Slinkit to clean it up.
What?
Well, they are cashmere, so it's nice.
Did you buy a home sometime?
I did buy a home.
Of course you did.
Own a home.
Yeah.
But we looked at like 20 homes.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how many houses you guys looked at. I mean, this
Just the
guy
one.
was shopping from his
We drove
couch.
by, saw it, and said, "I gotta have it."
Yep, that's it. So, of course, law of large numbers. You go to 20 houses,
Right.
you're going to see some weird stuff. 'Cause
Right.
you walk into my house, you're going to see weird stuff.
100%.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
So, like, not even the first house. It had to be like third house in. Realtors showing us the house, and she says, "Okay, so the homeowners, they still live there, but they left, so that we could show you this house today." And
Yeah.
I'm like, cool. So I'm just preparing myself to see their stuff.
Right.
Yeah, right. Their belongings.
Like they staged it.
Slank
in
it.
quotations.
Right.
A slanket laying over the couch.
Right.
That's beautiful. I would buy that house.
So we're walking in, and the realtor's like, "Okay, well, they just texted me, sorry, GPA there," and I'm like,
Come again?
What does that mean?
I didn't know, and the realtor didn't know. She's like, "I just assume wrong text, but it's just so let's go." And she walks us through the kitchen, living room.
Right.
We open up back bedroom, and there's a grandpa sitting there.
No.
Yeah. Sitting there just on his bed, like it's a day bed. And he
They
just looked-
forgot about Grandpa?
No, I don't know if they forgot, but they said sorry, G-Paw there.
Oh. So
They
you
were
opened-
just warning
I
you.
broke the code.
what
yeah.
did he say when you opened the door?
Okay, so this exact thing happened to me, not when I was home
Same
shopping,
house?
but when I was doing home inspections.
Yeah, man.
And I'm inspecting the house, going through,
Was this South
normally
Lakeland?
there's nobody there. No, I forget where this was. Normally there's nobody in the house. Sometimes people like to stay, make sure you're not, touching their weird stuff. But
Yeah.
Who
I'm
leaves
kind
their
of
weird
walking
stuff
through.
out?
A lot of people.
Okay.
A lot of people.
Not me.
Super.
So I'm walking through doing, inspecting bedrooms, looking at
Dresser
flooring,
drawers.
everything, looking through the drawers, and walking in this one room. Same thing, dude. A older lady laying in bed, like looks scared to death.
She's terrified.
Yeah, I was terrified too.
Well, you're in your black ski mask.
I was about to say, he inspects homes in a ski mask.
I know, but she looked super comfy in her
and his
slanket.
gun.
Though.
I bet she had a slinky
She
on.
did have a slanket.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
It's weird what people leave in their houses.
Yeah, grandparents.
Right. So the next house is like not the next on the list, but it was like 5 houses later.
Okay.
It was for sale by owner. And I was like, this should be cool.
You don't want to go that one.
Yeah. So we, they didn't live there. This is their second house. So they're walking us through. So
The
of
owner
course,
is.
Yeah. The compliments have to be like,
Oh yeah, that is different. Yeah, you can't
'Cause
openly talk about it.
you want to talk to them in a way where it's like you devalue their own house to them.
Right.
Oh, those beams look like,
They could fall in.
yeah,
They
wood
look
board.
like what?
Woodboard.
Yeah.
I don't know any terms.
Yeah.
Those look like unsturdy woods.
Yeah.
I don't like
They
them.
look termited.
Yeah.
Let's bring the cost down.
So we go into another back bedroom.
Grandpa's there.
God, same grandpa, different house.
Yeah.
No, we open it up and the walls are covered in aluminum foil.
What?
And I just see the guy turns around and he goes, "Dang it, Terry. Did you give Spencer another key?" And I'm like, "What?" And then they start bickering. And I make out that Spencer is their kid.
Yeah.
He's fresh out of college, but he's an artist.
Oh, okay.
And that's how he expresses himself.
Turned his room into an exhibit.
Yeah, it was just all aluminum foil,
Oh
which
my
oddly is
gosh.
what I was going to do to the guest bed.
So that actually,
So-
it actually provoked you to purchase.
Not that house,
Okay.
but another one where I could envision the aluminum foil
I see
much
what you're
better because
saying.
I was doing a crinkle.
A crinkle art?
Yeah, he was
I
doing
heard
a
it
smooth.
increases your Wi-Fi strength.
It does in that room.
Yeah.
Right.
Outside that room,
You
can't
only
get
need
it.
strong Wi-Fi in one room.
Yeah,
I've always
don't
said
put
that.
the router in there.
No.
So last house, second to last house. This one is out of the budget, right?
But you're going because it's like
It's on the lake.
right.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and
You
I'm
just
like,
want to see it.
I just want to see it.
Right.
I want to inspect, So we go walking through and our realtor gets a call and she's like, "Oh, the selling realtor has another realtor coming over."
3 realtors?
Well, the selling realtor's not there.
Oh, I
Just
see.
My
I
realtor
gotcha.
and another realtor to show the house. So I'm like, oh, now I
Eating
like,
families.
yeah, now I like really want it.
You have to pretend to be like, this is in my price range.
Yeah.
Because if you
Right.
show any signs of it not being,
You're weak
you're
Bingo.
weak.
and you're poor.
Yeah,
Right.
For
And you're
a
not
week.
as good as the other person.
Right.
Thank you. I got it.
You got it? You
So,
want
yeah.
another one?
So we show up and we're walking through, and no lie, this woman walks through, and behind her, 5 steps behind her, comes Jim Caviezel.
Shut up.
I promise, it had to be Jim Caviezel.
Jesus from the Passion of Christ?
Thank you. Yes,
Or Superman?
I don't know him
Is
as
that a different
Superman.
guy?
That's a different man.
Oh, okay.
Both
he was Superman.
Both of them have brunette hair.
Oh, okay.
Now, but you obviously have more money than Jim Caviezel.
Okay.
So
I'm
were
right
you
there, though.
concerned?
We were like bidding war. We could have gone. So I tell the girlfriend at the time, your
Yeah.
sister,
Right.
Miranda. I'm like,
I remember her.
that's Jim Caviezel.
No.
She's like, "Who's Jim Caviezel?"
out loud.
And then I see his head turn. I'm like, definitely Jim Caviezel.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You're going to purchase a house. The actor
He
Jim Caviezel.
should have been. He's probably Jim Caviezel.
Oh, wait,
Okay, I didn't
back
get a
up.
signature.
Back up.
I didn't check the documents.
Yeah.
He signed the log, but he just signed it Jim C.
Did you or did you not get the house Jesus
No,
built?
Jesus
Okay.
beat me.
I thought so. The Everglades are the largest subtropical ecosystem in North America.
Wow.
I can't fight him on that. That's probably true.
I think that's
is
probably a
true.
fact.
It's recognized as one of the most important natural habitats on the planet. And at one point in time, it covered more than 50% of our state.
so. We're probably
50%.
taking care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost.
Oh, geez.
We're almost taking care of it.
Right.
From Miami to Central Florida, that's how far the Everglades used to go.
I think that's changed.
That's like a big drive. That's got to
Yeah.
be like a 6-hour drive, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It's changed a little bit because as Florida's population grew, the need for livable space also increased.
Right.
Yep.
So slowly but surely, the Everglades in Central Florida were destroyed and rebuilt as an area that could be inhabited by modern humans.
You're welcome, Earth.
Shame on us.
I want to say, to clarify, First Nation people in Florida had been living in the Everglades perfectly fine for
Right.
thousands of years. So when I refer to the area as being inhabitable, I'm referring to new people like us,
right.
Okay.
Modern time.
people who need
Yep.
roads and houses and
Yeah.
Got it.
so on.
Luxury.
But since modern history, there's been this debate in our state as to how to use the Everglades.
How to use it.
Yeah.
You
You
stay away
can't just
from
let it exist.
You stay away from it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's how we feel.
Hey, are you existing peacefully and in a working
we would
ecosystem?
love to burn it down.
Let's wreck that.
Oh no.
Yeah, on one hand, as a population,
Okay.
we're always looking to expand for some reason, but on the other hand, in order to do so, we would be destroying one of the largest, most important ecosystems on the planet.
I mean, how
Okay.
important though?
So it's a toss up.
What's the Everglades ever done for me?
Right. What has that third mall done for you?
Oh.
So we've covered stories in the past on our
Yeah.
show early on. Episode 13, Drain the Swamp.
Right. Yeah.
Where people, mostly politicians and businessmen,
Yeah.
literally propose that we drain the Everglades, burn the trees down to build more malls and parking garages.
Okay.
Could have been a good mall.
Could have been. Luckily, the public always gets involved and stops it from happening, right? So it doesn't change the fact that there are so many interesting stories that take place in and around the Everglades. So I wanted to take some time tonight to provide some lesser known facts about
Okay.
the Everglades.
You think you're going to tell us a fact about the Everglades that Cam doesn't know?
Right. Welcome to Everglades Facts with Wayne.
I want you to raise your hand if you recognize the fact.
Okay.
And then Josh will let the listeners know if Cameron's raising his hand.
Yeah. Everybody.
Okay. So
Super
first
clear.
off,
His hands up.
the Everglades are one of the largest wetlands in the world. But as we said earlier, it used to be much larger. Is that
Right.
true or false?
He says true.
Okay, that is true because I just said it in the story a little bit ago. Even with deforestation and land reductions, the Everglades is still 200 million acres.
Wow. Okay.
Cam says true.
That's true.
That is true. I'm just going to go ahead and spoil everything. This is
they're
all
all
true.
Okay.
Cameron can put his hand down.
You don't want to continue?
So when we talk about things like skunk ape on our show,
Oh, yeah.
these
True.
legendary creatures, right?
Okay.
A lot of people will
His hands up.
they'll write in and be like, "Wouldn't we know if that existed?" And look,
Okay.
we're not necessarily advocates for skunk ape on the show, but 200 million acres.
Are you saying we're anti-skunk ape?
I'm saying that's a lot of land
It's
to
a lot
know
of land.
Okay, yeah.
everything that's
Yeah,
Right.
you're
There's a lot of secrets in that 200 million.
There's a lot of secrets in that swamp, baby. It's impossible to know everything in the Everglades. We do know that the Everglades contain the largest concentration of endangered species in North America. So it's protected for a good reason.
Of course, we know that.
And my favorite fact is it's the only place in the world where alligators and crocodiles coexist naturally.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
true? I didn't know that.
Are they friendly though?
They're always at war.
They coexist.
East
but-
and West don't agree.
Yep.
Alligators, crocodiles, bam.
Well, every year they hold a barbecue. They get
okay.
together.
Winner gets eaten.
Yeah. Oh, gee.
Yeah. No, but one of the main facts about the Everglades that hardly no one knows, not even Cameron, is that it's home to the world's largest airport.
Nope.
Okay.
I've never seen an airport there.
That one's false.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got
It's
him.
false.
Close. It would have been home to the largest
Well,
airport
Okay.
Okay. Well, I could have said anything
had
then.
citizens not gotten involved.
Oh,
Nice.
citizens.
In
Okay.
1968, the United States found itself in what was called the golden age of air travel.
Okay. Wow.
That's true.
That- yeah. You could smoke back then on a plane.
That's my next line. Back then, airplanes were considered luxurious because the cabins were filled with cigar smoke.
It's weird that all of Cameron's knowledge is like you can smoke on an airplane.
Yeah.
Or post you can.
He says PSA.
Yeah.
Pre-smoke on an airplane,
I don't know.
post-smoke on an airplane.
Jeez.
Sadly, it's the same PSA both ways.
It works.
Pre and
It
post.
doesn't.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. It was fancy business. Back then, you get on an airplane, you could smoke. You had like full-service meals.
Oh, yeah.
Glass
Yep.
plates, wine glasses. The interesting part is, though, in the 60s, people wanted more. They wanted more innovation.
Yep.
And so, nowadays, air travel is just air travel. You jump on a plane, you go somewhere.
There's no more like bananas Foster being cooked in front of me.
No,
on
there's no
planes.
classiness to
Right.
it anymore.
It's just something that you have to do. You don't even look forward to it.
100%, right?
Yeah.
So basically, these people in the 60s, they had gotten a taste of luxury in the sky. They wanted
Slankets.
even more. People and companies wanted larger commercial airplanes, but more importantly, they wanted faster commercial airplanes.
Amen.
Okay.
So every major airline in the 1960s was working on a passenger plane that could fly faster than the speed of sound.
Okay.
why is that?
This is going to be good.
If it's faster than I can walk, then I'm like, that's convenient.
That's a nice thing to have.
Yeah.
Right. These people are like, I know we're getting there in record time.
Yep.
But I would love to get there even faster.
Okay.
So
Definitely.
every company's working on this. Scientists believed that it was possible. And the engineers at Boeing were developing a supersonic passenger plane called the 2707.
Oh, yeah. That's catchy.
That's a good
Yeah.
one.
So the plan was, look, we're going to build this massive airplane. It will seat about 300 plus people, and it will travel at the speed of sound
Okay.
to wherever you're going to go.
So it's like
Now-
a fighter jet
Yeah.
with hundreds of people on it.
100%.
If I'm going faster than the speed of sound, I don't want to share the experience.
100%. With
Just give me like 10 other
300
people. Yeah.
Right.
smoking cigars.
I don't need that ruckus
Right.
in my ears.
The plan was going very well. The development was going very well, going so well that the government approved it and they start giving funding.
What?
Wow. Okay.
But there was one small issue. At any given moment, there were thousands of passenger planes taking off in the U.S., and if every single one of them were traveling at supersonic speeds, then we would essentially have round-the-clock sonic booms happening all over the country.
Okay. That's true. Okay.
okay.
I see what you're saying now.
Yeah. So the government was like, yes, you can do this.
Okay.
But you need to find somewhere to build an airport
No.
that's far enough away from civilization that people won't be driven mad by the constant breaking of the sound barrier.
Okay.
Okay. So the sonic boom happens at the passing of the faster and slower? Am I understanding that
I'm
correctly?
not sure.
I think both.
When you break the
Nice.
sound
Yeah.
barrier, there's
Yeah.
this loud boom. We do hear it in some places in the state because of the rockets that go off.
Right.
But we would be hearing this not. Think about how often an airplane takes off at Orlando International or Tampa.
Every
If you're
3
talking
minutes.
constant sonic booms, right?
That's insane. Yeah.
So they're told to find a spot to do it that's not around people. Florida volunteers as tribute.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah, they're peeing themselves to
Yeah.
just destroy more land to do this. So basically, they're like, you can have the Everglades. We hate nature.
Oh my gosh.
Please build your giant airport here. Thousands and thousands of engineers, businessmen, and politicians descend upon South Florida.
Can animals not hear sonic booms?
That's what they're banking on.
Okay.
yeah. Scientists said back then they probably can't.
All animals are deaf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Deaf
Yeah,
animals.
I remember those.
Floridian animals are deaf.
Right. So all these people descend on South Florida to build an airport called the Big Cypress Swamp Jetport.
That
Okay.
sounds fancy.
It does sound classy.
Yeah. The airport would have been 5 times the size of New York's JFK.
They don't have to put big in it, though. Like,
Yeah.
it's going to get in the news
Yeah.
as the supersonic
What's
jet.
it called? Big Jetport.
Big Cypress Jetport.
Jetport.
Yeah. It would have been the largest airport on the planet, 5 times the size of New York's JFK. It would be specifically equipped to handle these futuristic supersonic planes that would carry hundreds of passengers at the speed of sound. And so to build it, the Dade County Port Authority purchased 39 square miles of swampland. Now, they did this like 36 miles away from Miami's business district.
Okay.
Okay.
So the nearest city
The
is
booms.
Miami.
Yeah.
Even from 36 miles away, you're going to hear constant sound barriers breaking.
I thought that those travel.
Yeah,
'Cause,
they
like, I'm
do.
never
Yeah.
next to one when I hear one,
Right.
but I've heard them before.
Yeah, same. So they bought land square, 39 mile square in the middle of the Everglades
Doesn't seem far enough.
to build this massive airport. Okay, so they planned a 1,000 foot wide roadway and railway, this corridor that would link the jetport to both the Atlantic coast and the Gulf of Mexico
Okay.
Holy cow.
So they're putting a
What?
highway.
through the swamp
Yeah.
Okay.
and a
All
railroad
the way across the state.
1,000 foot wide.
What?
That seems like that may mess up some things.
Yeah, I think building an airport in the middle of the swamp would mess up some stuff. But then when you're building 1,000 foot wide
Across
super
the
highway
entire state.
that can also carry a train,
That's insane.
yeah, they're literally like, F these trees, forget
Right.
these animals. We're gonna destroy some stuff,
They
right?
didn't even know if they could do it. Probably.
It's an
they just wanted to.
It's 100% right. It's an astronomical project. They just wanted to do it. The world had never seen anything like that before.
That's basically cutting the state in half.
It would have.
Yeah.
They probably should have done that.
Amen.
Immediately, the citizens of Florida, they start raising suspicions because the state goes, hey, we did some studies and this project's going to have zero environmental.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
What about that 1,000-foot by, 250 miles strip of land?
Half the state is concrete now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
And-
okay.
And the state goes, hey, it's going to be fine. So private citizens team up with local schools and they go, look, we're going to fund an independent study to prove you wrong. We don't believe you.
Right.
We disagree with what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
In 1969, this independent report stated that the project would, this is a quote, destroy the South Florida ecosystem and completely obliterate the Everglades National Park.
Right.
Okay.
And the state
Yeah.
was like,
Are you sure?
we don't believe you.
What were
So
those
they
numbers again?
We don't believe you.
They took a patch of land with alligators on it,
Right.
and they paved over it, and then they go, see, all that stuff's dead now.
Yeah. Oddly enough,
Don't you know?
a campaign was launched
Yeah.
by South Florida residents because the state kept pushing to do it.
Mm.
Someone drew this image depicting the runways being built on top of alligators.
Oh my gosh.
See, I know
And
what pulls at the heartstrings.
It was extremely successful. Once they had this visual in the campaign,
Right.
people who weren't involved were like, this is kind of messed up.
Well,
man.
the gator had like a tear coming out of its eye.
a single tear.
Yeah. But it was concrete.
Yeah. 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 A concrete tear. Oddly enough, that was the name of Cameron's band in high school.
Yeah.
I believe
We were
that.
really good.
So within a year, the entire project was brought to a halt.
Mm.
The citizens stood up. They stopped it. The repercussions of this cancellation of this airport, it was felt across the globe. In 1971, Boeing stopped producing their supersonic
Oh
2707.
no!
And
Boeing?
their European and Soviet counterparts stopped their production as well. So this thing
I mean,
goes.
flights were stopped. They had to turn around. They're like, I thought that it does not.
Flights stopped in midair and just fell from the sky.
It's amazing to me that something that we knew was a bad idea within minutes, seconds,
Yeah.
it took them an entire year
Right.
to go,
People had to draw horrific flyers
Yeah.
for people to go, we probably shouldn't do
like,
this.
but how much money are we going to lose if we don't do it?
Yeah.
The citizens, none.
Well, no, I'm saying the state.
A handful of politicians and businessmen.
The
Exactly.
businessmen are like, we're just trying to siphon money out of the federal
Whatever
government.
way we can.
Yeah.
So basically, when all these, air projects get canceled, instead of like trying to relocate this project, they just abandon it altogether.
Okay.
So this $1 billion project was brought to a halt after only completing one single runway. So now,
Okay.
so
There's a
now,
lone runway in the Everglades.
deep within the
No
swamps of
way.
Florida
No.
lies one of the largest airline runways on the planet.
And the alligators love it. Like they're all out there like just
You beat me to it.
playing b-ball.
This almost 11,000 foot long landing
Yeah.
strip was never used for commercial purposes. Occasionally, the military will use it as training,
Yeah.
but more often than not, if you fly over, instead of seeing planes, you will see on this
No.
concrete path alligators, crocodiles, Florida panthers. They have taken the land back over again.
That's amazing.
Today, the area surrounding the airport is known as the Big Cypress National Preserve
That sounds good.
and home to some of the most endangered species on the planet.
And dangerous.
And dangerous
Okay.
species on the planet.
Thank you for
But it does
pointing that out.
Yeah, it goes to show though that like if you travel deep enough into the swamps of Florida,
You'll find an airport.
you're gonna find the craziest stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's either gonna be Skunk Cape or the world's largest airport. Like that's
Right.
absolutely insane.
Your argument was, listen, the people that don't believe in Skunk Ape, that it can't exist because we would see it by now. How many of those people knew there's an airport?
At
Come
11,000.
on.
I've never seen, okay, so it's a mystery. I've never seen something 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
But have I seen something 11,000 feet long?
And you haven't.
No.
And that's the thing when you really think about how massive the Everglades, there's no wonder like we're not discovering new species every day coming out of that place.
Yeah, why aren't we?
We are.
Honestly.
What is the fascination with businessmen with wanting to destroy the Everglades? Because in episode 13, we talk about this guy wants to drain the water
Right.
because he was just like, look, it's doing nobody any good. We could put
Yeah.
roads there.
You
Like
could, though.
it's interesting how like Florida is one of the oldest lands.
They don't know where water comes from, right? Because it comes from the sky.
We'll just make some more.
And
They
then
said.
it just
Yeah.
drains
Yeah,
out
they
to
want to
the
drain
ocean.
it. Absolutely insane. Really excited that one was sent in because there's an airport in the Everglades.
That's new to me. It's
new.
It's nice to know that if I needed to crash land my airplane.
Right.
You have 11,000 feet to do so.
Yeah.
But
Or
when
if I
you-
just wanted to be in the heart of the Everglades quickly, I
There
know
you
I could
go.
just land there. I don't
Yeah,
have to
right.
drive, and I don't have to take like a boat
A
through
train.
it or a train. I don't have to steal a locomotive.
Well, it's not just a blessing to the natural preserve that's there now, but think about it. We don't have to hear sonic booms every day when planes take off.
Okay. If I'm thankful for anything, it's that I don't hear sonic booms.
Yeah.
Hang out around here, you'll hear some.
Come on.
I think that's
Cameron
a-
said that with a wink,
Yeah.
and then he
I don't
bit
know
his
what
tongue. That was
meant.
weird. Hey, episode 125 coming to a halt. We're almost done. We're
That was
almost done with
quick.
this one.
Yeah,
That
was
seemed
a
like
good
a
one.
quick one.
That
Okay,
was a
tell us
fun
your
one.
story now.
All right. So in 1937,
Right.
no, listen, we're
That was a great story.
As we said this earlier, we're streaming live.
Yeah.
Patreon.com is where you can find that.
Hey, Patreon.
We love our live streamers.
Pretty cheap though. $5.
Not bad.
Not
Great
bad
deal.
at all.
You could watch Cameron dance like he did tonight. Josh came in and he took his polo off and did the crab walk across
And then
the
I put
studio
my
floor.
a button up on because you said my polo was inappropriate for the live stream.
Right.
Well,
and-
especially with the business, you
Business
would have
talk.
sided with the business side of this story, which
Yeah.
would be put the Jetport in.
Yeah,
Right.
I would have.
We're trying to
know
keep
me.
you with the citizens.
Thank you.
and even though I sounded disagreeable, I'm wearing a slinky.
I mean,
I can't
it looks
confirm
great.
or deny that.
It
It's
looks-
ugly, whatever it
It's
is.
called a slanket, but
Yeah. Listen, we love you guys. Go out, buy a slanket, support Cameron's new business.
Amen, baby.
We'll see you next time.
See ya.